Let's see if I can get this thing. All right. Oh, one word. Come on. All right, we're good. Oh, we got them together. All righty. It's got a lot to get to, so be quiet, you. Good day. I had a lot to come in here with. Maybe I'll be nice. Yeah. So the funniest thing I can think of right now in relevance would be, I read Michigan's going to be the if it's still relevant, Michigan's going to be two things. Michigan's going to be the decider with, yes, 16 votes. Then two things. 1 plus 6 is 7, and plus the 16th is my birthday. But yeah, that's I couldn't believe it. Just happened. Had to be 16 electoral votes, and it had to be. Wait, where? How gander should I be? Is it right about here? Is that where I'm from? Okay. How do you do from Jerusalem though? Oh, the actual capital of the world. Oh, yeah, the actual center of the capital of the earth. Okay, so yeah, so go to phone bots. So you get all the phone calls from India and shit to sell you whatever. So I get them too. So here's what happened right before the broadcast. Let me show you this one. Is that they actually dummy number. So my number is 313-300. So they fake a number to pretend so you pick up the phone because they think you'll recognize the exchange. And there's this camera's not that good, but it says 31. The numbers that I blocked on there says 313. Boy, this camera's horrible. It doesn't even focus. Anyway, it says 313-300-1783, and I'm supposed to be like, hello, and I was like, click. Like of course they don't even know where I'm at because my other number is 310 Bel Air 310-776 is 20-8. So. Yeah, so all you do is take those numbers like that and go, if it's in your case, it'd be 517, whatever, you block and just block them on your phone, as many as you can, as fast as you can. I get them because I have 100 websites, and I can't afford to pay the $10 to make them private. So India's like blah 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 blah. So if they do ever get me, and they say, can I speak to Michael Clean? They don't speak English, first of all. Second of all, I'm like, and they say, we have to help you with your websites. I'm like, bro, did you Google me? I said, that's what you should do before you try and sell me anything. And that's the point. They didn't Google me, look me up or anything. And they're trying to sell me a $3,000, $5,000 website. And I'm the top of the search. And now I'm number 4. I was number 5. Then now I'm number 4. Fakeisreal.com is number 4 on earth. Now the secret about that is 87% of the internet are scams. So I'm only comparing. It's only comparing me to 13% of the entire internet, as far as comparing me to other businesses and things. So I will give that disclaimer to my position in online. So. Yeah, stand on his head. Oh, here's my university degree. I'll give you the quick one about that. A university is private, and a college like Michigan State or University of Michigan, those are colleges. Are public just because they say the universities are not. That's actually marketing. Marketing is a fabacious. For example, Donnie marketed himself to the presidency, so he happens to be the number 1 marketer. They're going to be number one. Parishnikov and dancing, Pavarotti and singing, Donnie in marketing, Vince McMahon and promoting, me in sales. So sales is different because I listen to what you need and then I just give it to you. That's sales. Or Cassidy says, I'm a hustler. Or Rick Ross came out with this. It's not even his real name. He took it from some drug dealer. And I read the story. I'm like, that is so funny. So he'd be more of a marketer than a salesman, of course. And great businessman, I'll tell you. That's he lost all of his weight and he gave it to me. But he came out with the Boss song after I was the boss. So I'm THE lowercase BO double dollar sign. Okay, so that's all that, and then we go to the next thing, which is quickly credit scam. So from an error, we got refinanced my car. I'll make it quick. From 20.3% to 3.75%. Nothing Genesis, but it was an error. The old car company had those snakes. Santander of Texas had a subprime car lender. Just great. So they had the check for the payoff, and they sat it on their desk, and the other people screwed up too. The middleman screwed up, the broker, because they put a first class stamp with an $18,000 or $17,000 check on there, or whatever it was, and to pay it off, and to refinance it with a first class stamp and an ink pen. So that took 5 to 7 million business days, which is a month, right? So if you count today, you think about it, Wednesday to next week, sometimes it's the infinity. So that was the first mistake. Then it took all. Then they sat it on a desk, and they cashed it the same day, and it was even on my credit report. And I said, no effing way, because I've never had a late payment. And it's like they were just snakes were just waiting to strike. So they did, and then Experian was their cohort, which is a scam. 81 points overnight, 81. Even though I fought it right away, I said, no, this is a mistake. Look at the dates of that check, and they cashed this date, and look at what was paid off and everything else. That they still struck me for 30 days late, and so that's why Experian is the number one scam. They're trying to sell me 65 products a day. Equifax is number 2 because they got hacked and they're idiots. TransUnion is okay. They're okay as long as they don't buy into these two. See, TransUnion is what the FAFSA uses, the universities, colleges too, to financial aid for students to go to school, which I found out today I have to continue. I was hoping and not hoping that I had to continue my master's in communication. I told the lady, the chick on the phone, I said, she's younger than me. And I said, yeah, master's in communication. Since out the womb .net. So, all right. So I can't even read my writing here, so forget those. This Lincoln was a Federalist, but you guys know the Civil War won, the first Civil War. See, it's the other thing too. That's going to kind of give a hint. And if you don't go to criminal court, you go to law court. Okay, so, and if anyone's watching, you can type in the chat room there. But so that's why Abe Lincoln's one of the 4. There's Abe Lincoln, Ben Franklin, Alex, of course. I don't even want to say his last name anymore because there's some famous popular musical going on that I don't even bother to see what that's about. And then John Adams was actually the first Federalist president. And he was the second president because he was vice president under Washington. Didn't really want to do that. Now, you guys know that Alex Hamilton was also in charge of the military stuff and stuff and whatever. But Lincoln was also a Federalist because he stopped the progress of the anti-slavery people to try and keep the Union together, as opposed to I don't know what else to say. He was not like, hurry up and free the slaves. No, he was like, pull it back as a last, and which we're going to try and not get these rabble rousers to secede first. And that's the thing. He tried to keep they all together. And then when that failed, then when he wiped the floor with them, or however that 16-hour documentary I watched. Do you know how many guys just reenact the different battles, like this battle, and this battle, and this battle? I'm like, whoa, man, that was something. It's coming back around again. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's going to be a little different. See, I saw it so easily. I'm like, blue team wins. Okay, I see that playing out. Red team wins. Okay, I see how that's going to go. Okay, so that's why I said in the last broadcast, it doesn't matter who wins. Geriatric versus geriatric. The pudding hour of the you name it, because I think they're both boomers, so they don't count in the golden generations before that, which are the oldest living humans on Earth. Which is the video before this is me, the chosen generation. Yes, There's my. You're not a scholar. You're not published. You're not world renowned in this field. You are not an opinion about this. I said, I'm sick of all these babbling. You should feel lucky if and when I ever let you have an opinion, and that's by a fellow that just disappeared. His name is which is funny if he sees this, because Esoteric is his rapper name, from Venice, but he has some sort of an accent, so he's from maybe Australia or something, or UK. an esoteric, who comes from the esoteric knowledge, which is not revealed to everyone knowledge. Yeah, which is the highest the Gentiles can get, the fear of their die and everything else. So just let you know that part of it. So yeah, Ben Franklin, Alex Hamilton, John Adams. We're talking, these are my advisors, and Abraham Lincoln. So I had the Federalist Papers there. I don't know why they're all on there. Oh yeah, I was like, Alex, why did you do the shooting duel thing? I was like, how dumb. But then I remembered I read something recently. He was Washington's go-to guy for the military after because they were still hopping and bopping. You know, nobody wanted us to be around. So oh yeah, and so I guess now it's time for my I'm a Patriot break, which is the cash crop that not cotton, not blah 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 blah, especially not oh, I do have a term to get street cred because all these guys out here don't know this term. Not kind bud was not any sort of cash crop anywhere near these shores. But as far as the Gentile survey goes in the magazine, apparently came from Ethiopia in outer space. Yeah, and it's funny when I let them know that Matis Yahoo has Bob Marley's catalog. I was there in Detroit in Hanukkah when my grandson was named. Was there when it happened. He's gonna really flip his should I say black lid? Black people, say it, Abba. If you want to scare people in America, just go up to them and say black people, black people. Anyways, I was going to show off these. Okay, so I know that June's moonstone. So there's mine, and there's Emmanuel's there, and these are handcrafted from some third world person or something. And National Geographic, and lions, of course, on them. Both, of course, silver. Some Levy, and the silver is the Kadosh weight, and that's all I can wear. And so these are for Shalom and Gal's wedding, Onyx. Slam! That's good. Shalom will have me pick out this one. And then I picked out the first one was the wedding of the parents of those two. And then the second one is for Amitai, which is a blue sapphire. And I'll tell you that Mr. Al there. And then I have the square, because I'm wearing its masculine watch, which from Boulevard, which is blue, and that matches the ring here. It's funny because when I voted, the guy that was taken was instantly registering me because of the whole. I don't want to get into that. It was like asking about he's like, are those moonstones? And I'm surprised because I didn't know they even existed until a few months ago. But anyways, and this one, of course, is a circular watch with Swarovski crystals on it. They shake with shake and glow in the dark. And I don't know the brand name, but from here it looks like JEW. So yeah, and this is a thing I made in the last time I was ever going to be in hospital jail. And this is I made 12 beads for the 12 tribes of Israel, and we'll try real quick. Reuven, Levi, Naphtali, Yehuda, Dan, Gad, Benjamin, Yosef, Sheesh. I mean, you're going to kill me for this one. Zebulun. How many am I down, fellas? All right, I'm missing 2. Okay, close enough, just from like that. And yeah. So that's from something we call the Tanakh in Hebrew, which is how long I'm going by. So this is the most interesting man in the world. I got to wrap it up. I got this letter from nowhere, but that's for later. The most interesting men in the world. I'm supposed to have 3 other guests here, interrupting each other. Detroit's out, and they don't understand that. When the Californians, and I don't let them talk, and because I'm from Detroit, Romulus, Hale Creek, and Hale Creek, and damn it, sorry, I knew it a second ago. So, anyways, yeah, I'm actually from there, not pretending, and not a commuter, and everything's that's a Jew born in Dearborn. They couldn't believe nobody believed that. I said, yeah, it was the closest hospital to her work. She didn't remember. Anyways, And so anyway, am I being subliminal enough? Watch this. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Or am I being subliminal enough? Or am I being sublime? Okay, we have and sublime, which is that. Stay with Brad, was the lead singer of this. He actually, Bradley, he died of a heroin overdose. And then the song was released, and then I went on tour in 98. But the point is, like, somehow I got a hold of his cousin in LA, and we stayed the night with her, and she was just like, yeah. And so the first time I was in Los Angeles was, which I couldn't find, I knew means the angels. And then it was hard for me to verify that. I'm like, no, it means the angels. And and the internet wouldn't allow me to translate it because Ángeles in Espanol has an accent on it. So it gave me this whole spiel about the Spanish trading port, and that's what it means. I'm like, no, it means the angels, Los Angeles. I said, I know it means the angels, but I couldn't. It was funny because it was the accent mark. Anyways, okay, down the list, we'll go. Oh, yeah, got to show you the magazines and make sure you know they're real. 1 second. All right. Here is the funny one. Here's the original, the one that will never be duplicated because of circumstance. You get, with things like this, with the Mona Lisa's reading material, and that's where it belongs, no joke. And then, and she would even go in there, she'd be like, man, I'm ugly. Or someone I know says fugly, but yeah. Oh, and I'll tell you what, I'm in like leisure clothes and stuff, and I don't know what y'all are doing because like I told moms, I said, this flu thing is like the American Scream Nirvana, freaking the 4th of July weekend Pandora's box door. Because any excuse that an American can find to not work, they will. So yeah, this is they're just living la vida loca, man. I'll tell you, all y'all working from home. Yeah, right. Nice one. Who do you think you're facing here? Not me. I mean, the maker knows. Anyways, we know you, lazy boys. Oh, the term couch potato. And even Ben Franklin's laughing at you because he's like, dude, I'm not homosexual. He said, oh, that's what he said, because the ladies liked him big back then because it meant they're healthy. They wouldn't die at age 25 because he didn't. John Adams was mad at him over in France because he was a lazy man. He took care of business and he brought him over. And that's why we won the war, by the way. And we were going to lose like that. And the French came over and Baka Baka because he took care of stuff over there. But John, isn't that funny? It printed out like a pinup calendar. I didn't mean it to do that. And I had no clue. It's just the way the file was blah, blah, blah. And how Hefner got his first, we call him Uncle Hugh because the actual, one of my exchange students' friends was his actual nephew. And in of all places, Brighton Hall, and no joke. And that's what we call him Uncle Hugh. So now it's different now because of his mantle. But so this is the best deal here of the pinup calendar or the pinup magazine I have. So when you get one, if you ever get one in your life, this would be my one. And very few do. It's because of circumstance. It's circumstantial. So the circumstance surrounding everything have to be one time. As I told the Hill, I said, here's their one hitter quitter. Oh yes, CW2 would be the kind of this. I've had this kind of cologne since Lottie Dottie. How ironic it turns out to be like the epitome of an anti-Semite. And I turned out to be a Hebrew, and they just by surprise. And I kept this saying, I switched to Cousin Calvin's, and the way my last name is spelled, there is no debate. I don't care if Google says anyone else. Those are just Germans, anti-Semites trying to tell whoever and whenever, because they don't know. And this very specific K-L-E-I-N, and there's no mixing about that. We're Lloyd Klein designer, Calvin Klein, David Klein down in Florida, the candy man giving away his stuff, was just running from me when he saw it at charliewonka.com because he thinks I want something. He thinks I won the contest already, but he's old. So I don't blame him. But So here's the big version of it, the back cover. See, Fake Magazine is double covered, so you can choose to start from the back, which is this, or the front. It's your choice, okay? This one's funny because here's the small version of it, in case any of you are wondering about it being real. So here's tangible it. You may order copies of it if you'd like to actually feel it in your hands. So this one's funny because I think it's like some sort of animation, or like he runs after you. Yes, it's a he. Haha. And this was September 7th. This was drawn by hand. How does it work? Somehow this one works where it's animated. So you have to pick up a copy for yourself. But this one is the actual size, 11 by 14, in case anybody can comprehend the sizes. And just imagine that on a shelf. Just gonna put it like that, or like I'm huge, but look how much it covers me, covers my. Watch out. Yeah, it's increasing. Blah, blah. Don't drink orange juice and rest and stay at home and all this stuff. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Funny. It's never going to get better. So it's going just to get used to it. What else is going on? What else? So CW2 is not the network. Oh boy, the ones with, like I said, the ones with the guns will win, not with eggs. Like they egged my balcony for putting up a thing out there. They egged me. Eggs. Still there, little shells, yeah. So eggs and rhetoric are not going to beat. I don't even like to call them assault rifles. I call them like semi. I don't know what they are. I can't have them because guess what? Here's my policy as president. If you have a mental disorder, you're on a registry, and it is strict, and it's this, and we're going to encourage real people to be psychiatrists, not people who just want the title and stuff like that. Younger people, hopefully, and that knows that the patient is the doctor. By the way, unless you have borderline personality disorder, then you're instantaneously asylumized for life, because that's the only incurable one. I know what cures the rest of them. It's psilocybin, LSD, and then a few other things, even autism and all other stuff. I know exactly what cures every mental illness, but not borderline personality disorder. That's incurable, intreatable, everything else, and they need to be locked away, because at any expense they will get it what they want at the expense of everyone else around them's lives, no matter who they are around them. And they will go to they won't kill themselves because they're in fear, but they will yeah, in fear of dying, exactly. But they'll pretend to get attention, to get their way. That's how extreme that mental insanity is. They're walking the earth because they're servants of so and such, and then he's allowing it. But that would be my policy. Anyways, so you're on this registry, and if you try and buy a gun or whatever, and this and that, no. And then anyway, watch this. Anyone who sells them a gun and checks the registry, or doesn't check the registry, instantaneous 10-year felony prison. Period. Oh, yeah, exactly. There goes the driver for confirmation. So that'll be that policy. That's easy. Everyone else? Guns are cool, man. The best I can do are bats and a pig whip. And pig whip will take the flesh off your head and off your back. Just try me. A bat's good for dental work, but who knows? Mine's a little T-ball one, like in that thing. He's a Louisville Slugger. That's bullshit. Sorry, bull donkey. Well, I said it when I slipped, but so oh well. He said it when he was like a toddler, and you guys giggled. So hypocrites. Don't like hypocrites. Oh, but word up to all the essential workers. I forgot that, they need to be health workers like my son and my daughter, nurses, and fast food workers and grocery stores and things like that. And oh yeah, and the Mac Valves of which in Michigan. Oh, something like that. But when I move, you move, just like that. That rapper's name was Guru. I just found that out the other day. Thank you for showing me the song with the best hip hop book ever in 2016, which we find out that Flo Rida ripped off, which I didn't even notice that. Someone in the comments said, every time I hear Welcome to My House, I think I run to this song. and play it. I'm like, you know what? And the funniest thing, I became the youngest foster dad on record. Sukkot, and that was October 1st through 8th, one of those days, 2001. That song was released end of October 2001 because of that. See how that works? He doesn't, because he thinks he's a Caucasian Jew. Boy, that's bad. That's the worst. Absolute worst. Anyways, I did the tribes. I think that's it. Subliminal smoke. All right. Have fun with this educational stuff, and I hope you learned something or not. And regardless, I know I'm entertaining. So, see ya.